Thanks for the invitation. I'm quite honored to be here today. A couple of words about me. I work in the ICT sector since 2005, but I'm not here to talk about web startups, cloud computing, and big data that are the main issues in my job. I'm here to talk about Plug, that is my main activity in my free time. Plug is a no-profit culture organization founded in 2010. It counts right now around 20 active members, with a great mix of skills and backgrounds, from design, arts, architecture, engineering, that is me, but also sociology, communication, and so on. I think that the best asset, the key asset of Plug, is the passion and the commitment by young people. And when I say young, is of course younger than me, so students, people just graduated, or people looking for the first employment. Flag activities are about contests, graphic competitions, workshops, but most of all, our core business, even if we are a no-profit organization, is social design communication. It will be also the main theme in this talk, but before talking about this, let me point the attention to the word social. The point here is that very often social is strictly connected with volunteering, charity, or generally speaking, no-money activities. But these are false myths. At the end, social means large and effective impacts on people and community. And if you want to tag a project with the label social, probably these are the main features. First of all, the goal is the impact on people and not the profit. That, by the way, doesn't mean that you can't make money, but simply that money is not your primary objective. Secondly, the sustainability of the project in terms of resources, human and financial resources. Third, last but not least, scalability, in order to maximize the impact on people. So according to this definition, any kind of innovation, any kind of innovative projects could be and should be social at the end. Think, for example, to the production. Any new products should solve people needs. And in the same way, decision-making and policy-making should be based on data observation and reality observation. Does it happen in the reality? No, or not always. And very often, new products create new needs by feeding a consumerism model, and decision-making is based on personal and economic interest. So I don't want to be rhetoric in this talk, but probably these are the main consequences. And we are living now a crisis that is not only financial, it's a crisis in culture and in human relations. And these are the worst consequences. If you want to have an insight about these themes, I invite you to read this report. It is by Caritas Italiana. The name is False Partenze. And it shows pretty well who are these new poor people. People that are that probably a couple of years ago belonged to the medium level class, people that are not used to ask for help, and so they were affected by a kind of exclusion process. That means that, first of all, they exclude their physical goods that they have to pay, and in a second phase, they start to exclude also social interaction, and this, of course, is the saddest part of the story. So at the end, the message that I want to convey is pretty simple. Addressing these big societal issues and these big innovations with a social approach is no more a choice, it's no more an option, it's a must too. And we, back to our small niche, small case, we have embraced this challenge too. How? Working and addressing the social design communication, where social, just a recap, is about impact on people. Design is not about trendy, fashionable, or product design. It's about systemic design. That particularly is about, every system has outputs, and this can be the input for the same system, the same process of the environments. And finally, communication. We strongly believe that graphics artifacts, but also new media and communication strategies could be the real trigger to create people commitment. Let me prove it. Let me show some of our projects. First of all, POSTERHEROES. POSTERHEROES is the very, very first project by Plug. It's a graphic poster competition with an international audience. And at the end, it is the way we ask to people from all around the world to share their opinion about the big societal issues. We closed it a couple of weeks ago, the 4th edition, and what happened in the past? In the first edition, the main theme was the future of energy, and these are, by the way, some of the winner posters. In the second edition, the theme was the consumption, and particularly the aware consumption. In the third edition, we addressed the difficult theme of smart cities, particularly about mobility, health, and public life, and finally, economy and production. And we arrived to the end, the 4th edition. 4th edition is about food, but it's not simply food. It's about the huge demand for changing the food production and the food consumption model. Using the words by European Community, this is about food security. These are the numbers about the 4th edition of the contest. These are probably the best numbers overall, but also the previous edition are quite similar in terms of results, and I think that they are great numbers, particularly if you think that there are no money prizes if you win POSTERHEROES, just the mention, just the award, just the evaluation by an international jury of experts. But at the end, we read this kind of strong participation in this sense. People want to share their opinion about these big societal issues, and it's a good thing. The second project that I want to present to you is Fabene. I think that Fabene is a great example of social design communication. It is about donated and unsold food that is collected in the street markets and is delivered to people that were affected by financial crisis. This in exchange of strong commitment and activities inside the local communities. And this last part is the most important, because if you remember a couple of slides ago, we talked about exclusion process. This, on the other side, is an inclusion process. We bring back to the community these people, thanks to the charity, the volunteering, but also the graphics. Let me add some more features about Fabene. We already talked about the impact on community. Think also that we work in the street market that, according to us, is a social place by definition. Sorry for the abuse of the word social in this presentation, but just to convey the message. Secondly, Fabene tries to be sustainable. For example, we deliver the food using bicycle in order to reduce the impact on the environment. Third, Fabene is systemic. So this slide is, the image is a little bit small and in Italian, but the message is quite simple. Every circle represents a subject involved in Fabene. And at the center, you can find the street market. So our goal is to balance the system, balance input and output of every subject. Fabene aims at being scalable. This is an important part. We started 1 year ago, more or less, in the north part of Turin, in a very historical street market that is Mercato di Piazza Foroni, where there is a strong and well-connected social environment. But we want to extend this project. We want to replicate this project, maybe in different street markets in Turin, and maybe outside of Turin, and why not, maybe abroad. The idea is to create a real format that can be implemented in different markets, in different areas in an easy way. Fabene at the end is beautiful, and we are very proud of it, because there are no reason why a social project, a charity project should be ugly, maybe with cheap graphics, with no brilliant color. No reason for this. On the other side, we tested with Fabene that a great and appealing graphics and great icons, brilliant color could be a trigger to create people commitment. At the end, Fabene works. These are the numbers about 1 year of food collection in Foroni. I think they are great numbers, particularly they show the commitment by people that donate food and also by people that are, again, committed in the community. And I'm almost at the end of this presentation, this talk. Let me close with this quote by Bruno Munari, that is a great designer, great artist, and most of all, an inspiring person, and he was able, better than me, to explain how is important the impact on community and people for a designer. Thank you very much.